Kishan Davis vs Jose Pedraza. It happened at the Michelob Ultra Arena, Las Vegas, and was scheduled for 12, but lasted for 6. Kishan businessman Davis was in what many described as the sternest test of his young career, as his opponent was a former 2-division world champion. The businessman got down to business early in the first round of the bout, methodically breaking down Jose Pedraza with power shots to the head and body. The businessman's hand speed and superior footwork made the difference in the bout. Realizing he had outclassed Pedraza, the businessman hastened things in round 6. He splits Pedraza's guard with a crisp 1-2 combination, then sends a powerful right in thereafter. He followed up the powerful right with barrage of punches, and the referee stepped in to save Pedraza from the deadly beating he was receiving. Liam Williams vs Hamza Shiraj. It was slated for 12 rounds, but it lasted barely 3 minutes. Hamza Shiraj made it bold, decisive and fast. Many had expected the bout to last long, but Shiraj clearly had other plans, as he landed a very stiff jab that dropped Williams in the first minute of the bout. Williams beats the count, and Shiraj connects a straight power shot that wobbles Williams and almost immediately sneaks in a beautiful right uppercut that puts Williams down for a second time. Soon as action resumes, Shiraj lands a left hook that sends Williams teetering towards his corner and positioned for more deadly beating. Just as Shiraj was tearing away on the Welsh, Williams' corner threw in the towel. And just like that, Hamza Shiraj advanced his record to 19-0 with a deadly technical knockout of one of the best in his division. A former world titles challenger, Anthony Yarde, ended Marco Nikolic's vibes in 3 rounds, proving what most fight fans expected when they thought of Nikolic as an underdog. What was to come showed in round 1 as Yarde set out aggressive and Nikolic fell to the back foot fight style. In round 2, Nikolic will protest an 8 count, maintaining that it was more a shove and a slip than a consequence of a punch. Shortly after the count, he will voluntarily take a knee following a vicious body shot. He rose to continue at the count of 9, but a deadly body shot sends him wincing in pains to the canvas on his backside. The referee had seen enough and so waved an end to the bout. Junto Nakatani vs Alexandro Santiago. A lot worked in Nakatani's favor. This, without mention, implies that a lot worked against Santiago. That Nakatani had the height, reach and age advantage was the reason the match went the way it went. Another, perhaps most important reason was that he knew how to use his advantages to his favor by boxing the champion Santiago from a safe distance, stymieing his attempts to close the distance with stiff jabs and vicious uppercuts every time the champion made to close the distance. Nakatani punished Santiago with clean deadly left jabs from range. Cuts over the champion's eyes were testaments of the work Nakatani was doing. In round 6, Nakatani drops Santiago with a straight left, and soon as he beats the count, Nakatani drops him again with a vicious right hook. That was all Santiago's corner needed to see to know that it was useless continuing. They ended the bout, and just like that, Junto Nakatani became a 3-division champion in his first outing at the bantamweight division. Takuma Inoue vs Jewin and Kajas. This was a pleasing to watch bout, intense, tactical, but not really up close. Takuma Inoue, the younger brother of the Japanese monster and 2023 Fighter of the Year, Naoya Inoue, wrought out a deadly knockout victory over his very tough opponent, Jewin and Kajas. Inoue, who was making the first defense of his title, was popped by something early in the encounter, but managed to stay put and elected to counterpunch from the outside for the first 2 rounds of the bout. In round 3, when he hurt Kajas with a pair of rights to the body, Inoue moved in to fight on the inside, but a heavy right hand from Kajas that landed clean on Inoue's forehead will return Inoue to the outside. Inoue's speed and superior craft were proving decisive by the middle rounds, and by 7, he was back on the inside. In round 8, Kajas gave a good account of himself, but his account could not save him in round 9 when Inoue delivered a deadly powerful right to Kajas' midsection and doubled up with a vicious punch which landed clean on the liver and sent Kajas to the canvas for the 10 counts. And just like that, Inoue made the first successful defense of his bantamweight world title against a former world champion. Edgar Balanga versus Padre McCrory. In a statement-making fight held in Orlando, the undefeated 22-0, 17 knockout Edgar Balanga stabbed Padre McCrory in the 6th round of their 12-round scheduled bout. Balanga took the time to methodically break down McCrory, and when he realized he had him hurt, in round 6, Balanga went crazy, throwing punch combination with near reckless abandon. The move paid off nicely as it dropped McCrory. McCrory beat the count, but the referee ended the bout just in time as McCrory's corner was throwing in the towel. Life is a band.
Protect yourself at all times.
Fight hard, fight clean.